What we found was that the women that were exercising in the morning over the course of the 12 weeks had significant reductions in their total body fat and, more importantly, in their abdominal fat region. And that's a problematic area because we know it's associated with the highest risk for cardiovascular metabolic disease. In the evening, women developed much greater strength in their upper body. And then they also developed greater muscle function in their endurance capacity. So they were able to do more repetitions. In the men, what we found was that they generally improved regardless of what time they exercised, either first thing in the morning or at the end of the day.
When the men performed this high intensity training in the afternoon, they had a blood glucose lowering effect. That was great. The surprise was when the same men performed the exercise in the morning. In this case, they had a rise in their blood sugar levels. More world records have been broken when the competitions are performed in the afternoon or evenings. And there's some evidence that people have greater power and they're stronger during the afternoon versus in the morning. There's some evidence that if you're not always familiar or accustomed to exercising with really hard training before you go to bed is very stressful for the body. It increases the heart rate, you have more stress hormones on board. You may not feel like you can sleep as well if you do a really hard training pass right before you go to bed.
Our study participants were reporting a significantly improved overall mood state when they were exercising in the evening, contrary to what we have found in the past. And so it may just be that we need to engage in these other forms of human movement that also have a very strong connection to the mind-body wellness component. Our study participants came in being very, very faithful and regular exercisers of one really major form. We had runners, we had cyclists, we had power lifters. And so when they were asked to engage in these other forms that we were having them do over the course of the 12 weeks, after the first 2-3 weeks, there was like a light bulb that went off. Our bodies benefit from a multimodal form of exercise as opposed to doing just one singular monolithic type